Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Spacemickey here, and today I'm here with another episode of the Minecraft Survival Games. Today we are playing on the map of Breeze Island 2, and today I'm going to talk about another depressing topic. Now, I hate talking about depressing things. I honestly really do, but, you know, I feel like it will give me more of a connection with my subscribers if I do talk about this kind of stuff. So, after this video, I won't talk about depressing topics, because I know you guys really don't like when I talk about this stuff. But I do want to go on the subject of bullying today. Now, a lot of YouTubers talk about this. Everyone says the same thing. Bullying is wrong. Well, most of these people... Now, some of these people I know have actually experienced this bullying. And it does affect them a lot, you know. A lot of people do get bullied. It's not like... I mean, you see all these specific statistics. And, you know, yeah, bullying has gone down over the years. But it's still hurting people. And people bully unintentionally. They don't even know they're bullying these days. It's just kind of like they are. They just take things too far to the point of where there's really no going back for this person. So, just because they're different, or just because someone may be fatter than you are, or way more, or whatever. It doesn't matter about that. You shouldn't bully someone just because they're different from the main crowd. And it's good that we're all different. If we were all the same, that would just be boring. We all should be different. That's the way the world should be. And that's just kind of like really stupid, you know? That people get bullied just for not, like, following the main, like, code of whatever the populace think or whatever. I mean, the populace shouldn't run our lives and just, like, you know, make everything seem all horrible and everything for us just because we don't do what they do. You know, just because we don't wear what they wear, just because we don't say what they say, just because we don't act like they do. You know, they just hurt us and make us feel down, like some of the populars. And honestly, I've gotten to the point where it's kind of like just stupid that they do this, and it's just really annoying. Now, I'm going to talk about some personal stories that are actually kind of depressing. So if you don't like depressing stuff, just click off this video now, but I kind of wanted to lead the video off with that. So yeah. So let's go back to when I first... So I lived in Missouri. Right now, currently, I live in Virginia. Alright, and... It's a great state. I do enjoy a lot of people here. And I do still get bullied here, but just not as often. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people who've experienced worse than me. I'm not saying I'm the one who's experienced the worst and, you know, you should all give me sympathy. I'm not looking for sympathy. At all. That's not what I'm looking for. If I was looking for sympathy, trust me, I know how to look for sympathy. And I'm not looking for any sympathy here. Alright? I'm not. You can say, oh, that sounds really sad. Okay, I'm not looking for your sympathy. I know some people will probably say, oh, you're looking for attention, you're looking for sympathy. I'm not. I'm not looking for any of that when making this video. I'm trying to make a deeper connection with my subscribers. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm making this in the first place. And normally I don't do topics. That's right. But this is kind of a big topic. And people were dying like crazy last game. I got like 10 kills. I don't know why I'm going on topic. Okay. So let's start when I first... So I lived in this house in Missouri. And then we built our own house and moved into that one. Alright, so... We'll start. It really started when I moved for the first time in Missouri. I moved all the way across town, pretty much, and so I moved, and I went to. That's when I started kindergarten. I started kindergarten at my new house. So we moved there, and I meet these couple of kids. All right, one of them. I'm not gonna tell them their real names or anything. I'm not gonna mention who their real names actually are. But there was one kid who was about 2 to 3 years older than me, and then there was this other one who was my age. So, one of them, let's just call him Jack, and we'll call the other one Bill. Alright? Those are randomized names, alright? Bill's the one who's my age, Jack's the one who's older. We'll settle that, okay? Now, I did have a friend whose name was Jack, too, but he did nothing, so... You know, if he's watching this by any chance, you did nothing, don't worry about it. So, yeah. So, let's get started. So, I move here, and, you know, these kids seem pretty nice. Oh, God. Okay, we cannot die here. Let's hope we can get this recording. Please don't die. Please just don't die. That's all I ask is that I don't die. Please, all I ask is that I don't die. And, oh my god, why? Why? Just why? You know, I'm just gonna vote. Why you do this, dude? Oh, hi. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you're really annoying. I'm gonna gap because, you know, I'm trying to focus on my topic here, and you guys are just, like, being big jerks. I need to find a way to talk about this topic. Okay, you know, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave these guys because I don't want to kill anyone. I'm just gonna leave. Alright, but anyways, so it's really nice at first. So I let these kids, you know, one of them, you know, I start hanging out with them. And they're pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And They're pretty nice to me at first, and everything was good. So now I'm going to talk about some of the things that happened later, because I don't remember everything, but I did know a lot of things happened. So let's talk about Jack for a minute. Jack and Bill were pretty much like best friends. They were die-hard friends to the end. And, you know, they had a really close relationship with each other. They were really great friends. So, I mean, I want to talk about Jack was the one who did most of this stuff. Bill really did nothing. Bill was kind of like just the bystander, you could call him. He would be defined as the bystander. He would do nothing about it and just sit aside. But then started coming the bullying. I was different from them mainly. I was just different, and I don't know how I acted differently from them. I guess they just didn't like it or whatever. So first, it was pretty basic. All I got was really just called names and insults, and I got called nicknames. It wasn't really that bad. I was called like Brick and stuff like that, and I mean those were really immature names, and they were really unoriginal. And I was called like Broccoli and all that stuff, and you know, whatever. I didn't really care about that. I'm like, okay, fine. But some other stuff started happening. So one day, Bill and Jack come over to my house. Alright, it was after Christmas. Alright, it was after Christmas, and it was like a few months. It was like in February or something. I forgot. It was something around there. So they come over, they hang out for a few hours, and then they go home. And we played Legos for a bit. But Jack really liked my Legos. Like he was like, "Oh, these are really cool." After that day, I never saw my Legos again. And personally, and my parents thought, and I both thought that it was him who stole it. So I go over to his house to talk to his parents to see maybe, you know, if he stole it or not. His parents, of course, don't even admit it. They don't acknowledge it. They don't try to help. And I look through the kid's window, and I see my Legos in there that he never had before, and they were mine. Yeah, that was dead proof. And so we didn't have a cop in our neighborhood. So we, went to him, and he did nothing. He did nothing of the sorts to really help. He didn't really help. Well, he tried to, but he really just couldn't do anything. And, so yeah, so that was kind of like where it all kind of started. And then it started to turn into me getting excluded from things. And then I met a new kid, and now I'll say his real name, because he was actually one of my close friends a while back. But me and him don't talk anymore. I think they were bad influences. They were very bad influences, but they taught me how to defend myself. And one of them's name was Garrett, and he had an older brother. I'm not going to tell you who the older brother's name was. I'm not going to tell his name, but anyways, so his older brother, he started to get involved with the bullying too. And what he did, it was one day over the summer, and I was having a lot of fun. So Jack decided, okay, we'll play this game. Of course, they exclude me from everything. So like, you have this whole neighborhood. You get to run all around it all you want. Alright, it's your choice. Alright, I don't care. All of us, it was like a group of like 7 people. We're all gonna come after you. You are on your own. It was water guns, so I'm like, okay, this sounds like a lot of fun, because I love like hiding and playing stealthy and all that, so I thought it was a lot of fun. So I did that, and I go behind this yard, and I see Garrett's older brother. Him and his friends were hanging out. And by the way, Garrett's older brother actually did end up getting arrested. And I won't talk about why he did. It wasn't because of drugs, I don't think. I don't know what happened after. I just know he went to jail once, and that's all I know about. So him and his friends were playing with bottle rockets. It was near like the 4th of July, somewhere around there. So Andrew decided, okay, I said his real name. Whatever, don't care. His real name was Andrew. Whatever. Okay, I don't care. But I hate using names, but you don't know his last name, so it doesn't really matter. You can't really do anything with that. But yeah, so he decides, alright, let's shoot a bottle rocket at the kid. So he grabs this bottle rocket. Now, if you've ever been shot by a bottle rocket, you know how much it hurts. And I was young. I was like 9 or 10 at the time. And he's like, okay. So him and his friends light up a bottle rocket and shoot it at me. I literally run for my life, and I like barely turn this corner, and I barely get away before it hits me. And you can call me lucky or whatever, make your lucky jokes all you want, Brian. I don't really care. But I actually did get around like the corner just in time of this house, so I never got hit. And now let's go back to Jack. This was a little earlier. I'm like going all around, like I'm hopping around places right now. But earlier that year, I think, or before. Oh my, these guys are just target. I'm running around because I don't want to kill anyone, so we don't have to go to DM. But anyways, what I wanted to mention was that, Jack shot me. Not with it was like a BB gun. And if you've ever been shot by a BB gun, you know it hurts a little bit, but it doesn't hurt that bad. And I never even felt it. But the point was that the fact that he shot me was showing that he was bullying. That's kind of what I'm bothered about. I really don't want to kill this girl, but I guess I'm going to have to. And we're going to have to do that to her. And we're just going to have to FNS and run, because she's going to try to bow spam, and that'll be great. And I'm just trying to get away from her, because I don't want to kill her. And so, I mean, yeah. So that happened. So he kind of shot me with a BB gun, and, you know, that's what happened. And now I'm going to talk about the most depressing part of all of this, alright? So I have a BB gun, okay, and he stole my toys, and, you know, this was probably the worst part of all of this. I don't want to kill this girl. Like, seriously, I'm trying to record and talk about a topic, and you're just going to bow spam? Are you kidding me? Just screw off. Like, no one cares that you're trying to bow spam me. I don't even want you near me. Like, you're just being really annoying. But anyways, what I wanted to mention was that, so, one day, we were all hanging out, alright? It was Garrett, Garrett and his friends, and then we had Jack and Bill along with us. So, what they ended up doing, now, is they all chained us up to a fence, alright? Not like literal, so you know how fences have holes in them? They put our arms through the holes and made us stay there. And me and Bill were the ones who were, like, chained up. It was no one else. But what happened was Jack was the one who did this. No one else was doing it. And actually, Garrett tried to defend at one point. Like, he's like, okay, that's a little too far. But, you know, he kept doing it. So, what he did, Jack did, is he kicked us, me and Bill, repeatedly in the balls. Like, he literally, like, just kept kicking repeatedly and repeatedly, and it hurt like crazy. It was terrible, and I remember that specifically because of how bad it was and how bad it felt. It was terrible. And Bill and him were still best friends after that. I don't know how, and I don't know why, they just were. And they chained us up to a fence, and they started doing that. And then Garrett steps in and is like, okay, you're taking it a little too far, I think you should stop. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think Jack made some stupid excuse saying, oh, I'm trying to make them stronger or whatever. I'm just going to rot her away because I don't really want to play with her. Right now. I don't want to fight her. I'm not like you low, I just don't want to fight her because I'm trying to focus on my topic. Okay, you're really starting to get on my nerves, woman. I swear to God, if I die. Ha, I win. Fudging. There we go. Jeez, man. I hated fighting her. Whatever. I guess I won that. But anyways, so that's what happened. They chained us up to a fence and kicked us repeatedly in the balls. And so that's what happened, and it sucked. It hurt a lot. And that was probably my worst experience with all of this. And now, I know some people have been, like, literally shot. Like, literally, like, with guns. And I feel bad for them, like crazy. But now I'm going to talk about Garrett's older brother. I've already said his name once. I'm not going to repeat it again. But anyways, so one day, him and his friends were out, and they were playing with this, like, green box. They had this green box with them. And I remember Garrett's older brother had, like, a knife out. He was, like, showing them knives, I think, his friends. So what he did is he grabbed the knife, he looked at me, and he chased me. And I was far away from him. I was just walking casually, like, around, just looking at, like, outside. And he starts chasing me with a knife. Like, he had a knife in his hand, like he wanted to stab me. So I ran, and I made it home, and I slammed the door shut, and I locked it behind me. And it was horrible. I mean, it was, like, scary. I was really scared, and I was terrified. Now, let's go back to Jack for a minute. So, I used to have 3 cats. One of them was Chada, and then we had Meep and Earl. You can make fun of their names, I really don't care. But, you know, so we had Chada. Chada was, like, my favorite cat. So, my Chada died, alright, because he had, like, a heart problem. I think it was, like, a heart attack I think he had. I think he had a heart attack. If I remember correctly. But he was, like, my favorite cat. I love Chada to death. I named him myself. Yeah, call me stupid, whatever. I was young at the time when I named him. But anyway, so we buried him in our backyard, and we put flowers over him. So Jack comes down, and he steps on all the flowers, and he rips them all up. That's exactly what he does. Yeah. And it's pretty heartbreaking to see that, and it's honestly terrible to, you know, see that, and it honestly hurts. It does hurt. Oh god, I'm flying, and oh god, I've been flying, and I was disguised. Oh god. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good now. But anyways, yeah, so that's really what happened. Like, it was terrible. And, you know, also, is there anything else? Oh, yeah. So me and, one of Garrett's older brothers, we decided to trade bikes, because I really liked this guy's bike. It was pretty cool, and I liked it. So we trade bikes, and my mom called me, like, stupid for it or something. But his bike was really beat up. I was really young, but I liked the look of it, and I liked the way I could ride it, and it just felt good. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, alright, yeah, sure, we'll trade it. So we trade the bikes, alright. Then, my bike wasn't broken. It was in perfect condition. It was very nice. It was a very nice bike. And it costed a lot of money, too. It was a very nice bike. So the guy, his friend, and then Garrett's older brother decide to break the bike that we traded. Okay, whatever. And they give it to me and say that my bike was broken. Like it was my fault. And I thought it was stupid. And they made me give him his bike back. And he just left mine broken on the doorstep. And it was honestly stupid, and it was silly. You know, I don't think they made me give him his bike back. I don't remember, to be exact. But, you know, whatever. I might have. I don't really remember that well. But, you know, according to that, I was called names all the time, you know. And, you know, I was beat up a lot. I was beat up, and it was pretty horrible, and I hated it, and I hated that place, and I don't like talking about it that much, but I felt like it needed to be said, because now at my new school, some kid actually attempted to poison me. Like, literally, he attempted to poison me. You can make fun of me all you want. Like, some of my friends about my YouTube channel, and they're probably watching this right now, and they're probably gonna ask me, you know, on Tuesday at school, who was it? That's none of your business who did it, first of all, and second of all, you don't need to know what happened. But some kid did attempt to poison me, and, like, it would have killed me. It would have killed me. And, you know, it was just honestly crazy. And their excuse was, you never said stop. Well, I mean, they were bullying me with other things, too. Well, it's called implying things, and it's pretty stupid, you know, if you can't read. Now, I know at our age, like, it's very difficult for people to read body language, but you can tell when someone wants you to stop doing something. I mean, I made it obvious, and it was just like they didn't care, you know. It was to the point of, you know, all that stuff. And I think I remember I actually did say stop. I think at one point I actually did, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, but, you know, whatever. I'm sorry for the long video, guys. I know it was kind of depressing, but, you know, it was going to help me get a more deeper connection with my subscribers. It was kind of a hard topic to talk about. Like, I've kind of been over it for years now. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me anymore. And, you know, and every day, like, I know everything happens for a reason. Like, I say this to Brian all the time. I say everything happens for a reason, and usually it's for the better. So maybe bullying in my childhood was better for me. I really don't know. So, but the one moral of this whole video that I wanted to mention is that if you bully, you are an asshole. Alright? You just need to stop. Because you literally have no heart. Like, you are like the coldest person ever if you bullied someone. Now, these days, people do it unintentionally. It's very weird. Some people don't even know that they're bullying someone when they actually are. It's just terrible to see that kind of these things happen. And some people even commit suicide because of this, and it's just honestly terrible. And anyone who is getting bullied out there, I'm always going to be here for you. If you're getting bullied, if you want to ever talk to someone, I'll always be here for any of my subscribers or anyone watching this video who's getting bullied in real life. And you know, I'll always be here for anyone who's bullied. And I'm never a bystander either. I never act like a bystander. I don't like doing that. Don't be Bill. Don't be Bill and act like a bystander. Don't do that. Doesn't help at all. But anyways, guys, hope you guys with this depressing video. I promise this is my last depressing video for a very long time. Thank you guys for 150 subs, by the way. So, on a good note, thank you guys for 150 subs. It's awesome. And you guys are awesome and all that stuff. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smack that like button if you did, and I'll see you all in the next video, and peace out!